What is going on, true believers? After a nice little pump to recover some of that price action on Bitcoin, we immediately saw a dump of about $20 billion in the market, taking us back down to that 51,000 range. Now, is it coincidental and laughable almost that I'm talking about a dip from 52,000 to 51,000? Oh, yeah, it absolutely is. But that's where we are in these markets right now. Any dip, any rip we're looking at as we don't know what's getting ready to happen, what's going crazy, how it's going to break down. It's fascinating to watch it all play out, right? But meme coins are in the tank. We're not seeing a big move. However, we're getting this underlying sentiment that Ethereum is getting ready to just explode. Like that's the feeling right now. So we're going to check out all this news and more. Make sure that if you haven't, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, follow button. Do it all. Hook me up, hook a brother up, if you will. And this is not financial advice, but I'm always right.
It's your boy Bleed. Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet. That bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast, then again around bedtime. Bet this, it's not financial advice, but I'm always right. 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 I'm always right.
All right, guys, I think we've got a lot of news coming out in the last little while. Now, we're not really getting anything specific in relation to price action, price targets, anything like that, except Ethereum. It seems like the hype buzz may have died down a little bit on Bitcoin. And you know what that means? That means that there could be an opportunity for an altcoin season. So remember, we have the four phases in crypto, and we have that sense. And I think we pulled up the chart the other day. We kind of looked at it. Bitcoin runs, goes a little bit crazy. Then we start to see Ethereum start to go a little bit crazy. And then that leads to an altcoin season. And in the meantime, large caps are continuing to move up during both of these processes because that's what it do, dog. And here we are. So in checking that out and moving over into a quick chart, you can see that Bitcoin really is just kind of in this range here where like this. So I think that we ranged up to about the heart line of this channel here, and it came back down. And it looks like the market. I mean, the market just broadly dumped about an hour ago. If you look at the total market cap right here, you can see like this was just in the last hour. We went from what I feel like was a pretty good number. The European market, the Asian markets were pretty good, but the European markets just really kind of tanked and dumped on everything. Bitcoin was trading at that point at 52,000, dumped all the way down to 51,000. Seems to have found a buyback level. In fact, in that, because you can see this nice wicking right here, usually an indicator of a reversal in momentum. When you see that, usually means it's moving up. You see it right here, usually means that it's moving up. So the potential exists, I think, for another big move towards that upside momentum. Last time it came to 52, what is this? 52,567. You're doing it a little bit higher at this point. Now the question is, will it continue, or will it, or is that just a tiny reversal? But a continuing move to the downside. We're going to see that as the U.S. markets open right now. We've got what is this? Another 25 minutes before we get some clarity right there. And you can see that on the 1 hour, despite getting that wick right there, we're still getting a little bit of drawdown in price action. You can see that right here. So the dump might not be over. We might be looking at something like this where there's a lot of effort to do some buyback, but we're not really getting it. But then that should lead to wherever we find that bottom. We're seeing it kind of in the same range. So if this is a good and clear reversal, then um, we're probably off to the races, so to speak. Now, that's not given at this point, despite that the ETFs continue to pump. And I think that when we look at it that way, then back up here and start to look at where we currently are. And I mean, listen, we're in we're in a great space right now for Bitcoin, getting ready for that new all-time high. We are looking at waning price action. We are looking at some push down. We are looking at some bearish sort of pressure, but is it really bearish pressure? And the answer to that is no, not really. We did double top, so you should at least consider that a double top generally means that we're going to have some drawdown, right? Well, you had a top over here, you had a top over here. Will there be a third test? Of course, that's the question, right? Well, normally you would say this leads us to perhaps some more downside to find and attract new investors because we're not attracting new investors. But that's not true. We are attracting many new investors every single day with the ETFs. So that narrative is falling on deaf ears. So, um, I mean, the market is still the market. So there could at any point there could still be a breakdown because we are running very very hot at this moment. So that being the case, I still think that there is a move towards this 52 3,000 box here because as we start to do this, you look right here and you see there's a big pool right here. What happened in this move right here, which is very wild, by the way. We came up here and we barely nicked this little area. And what happened? The Bears stepped in very hard. The Bears stepped in very hard because look at this money right here. There's a lot of capital. It's kind of sitting right there at 52,200. There's another big pool sitting at 52,600 right here. Like in this range, there's a lot of money ranging right here. So what did we do? We immediately reversed and came back down to get 16 million, 55 million, 29 million, maybe to get this right here at 50,500. That makes no sense at all. So what we're looking at right now is a lot of investors just dumped or bought. They're protecting this right here because this is shorts getting wrecked, right? So sometimes what you have to do is protect yourself from being liquidated, and that's what it looks like they're doing right now. Is they're broadly just kind of protecting themselves from being liquidated. Again, a big pool still sits at 53,400. This is on the 3-day, by the way. When I move out to the 1 week total, you still see the same thing kind of playing out here real time. Look, there's no liquidity. What we're seeing right now is a fight to protect these positions. This position right here, 283 million. When we start to look at the broader time frames, then up here, 284 million, and then we get way up here, we're getting 300 and 400 million. Like there's a lot of capital sitting in these ranges right now, and what we're watching right now is a fight. We're watching a fight now. In order to make this go down, these guys, they do this stuff, right? They get in between two ranges, right? We got this little range right here. We got this little range right here. And what they're doing is they're trying to push downward to come into this kind of stuff right here because there's 500 million here, 500 million here, 500 million here. There's 700 million, 287, 490, 455. There's a lot of money in both of these ranges. And the question is, which one can they get to in order to make this thing move? So that's what you're watching play out right now, real time. And I think what you're seeing is, broadly speaking, they're hedging and putting their interest into this range right here through this 50,000 range. Because look, once you get through here, there's nothing in this range. So I think we're coming down to this, or they're forcing it down to this so that they can then come back up here and take on this. Now, how far down it goes, I don't know. But as you move out a little bit further, a little bit further, a little bit further, you can kind of get an idea. When you go back down into the 1 hour, I mean, look at this right here. This rejected off of a tiny amount, and this amount right here got protected so that it could come back down here and take this pull out. Makes no sense. Now it came down here to take this pull out. Again, makes no sense. Got a little bit of a bounce, but this looks like it's descending. The momentum is clearly declining in this 24-hour time frame, despite that you're seeing higher lows continuing to come in, or you had seen higher lows coming in up to this point. You were still kind of seeing that top right there, and that there's a lot of protection right here in this range to prevent and to create sub 52 for some reason levels in the short term. By the way, this is nothing in the long term. By the way, there's nothing to worry about fundamentally. So when I say this, I mean, it sounds like I'm talking about something crazy might be happening. There's nothing really going on here. This is just this is just how this stuff goes sometimes. And yeah, it's a little bit wild when you watch it play out real time, but here we are. So give me 1 second here. Turn on my clock and everything. All right, so that's where it is. I mean, that's what's going on. So let's get back over here into the news and kind of break this out. So meme coins underperforming as investors focus on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Analysts suggest that meme coins are underperforming because investors are focused on market leaders, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Duh, that's what I've been telling you. The meme coin market cap has declined in the past 24 hours, underperforming the rest of the cryptocurrency market, which posted gains during the same period. And, to be fair, like all you have to do other than Trump right now, which is having another reversal pop. By the way, if you listened to me and you got in when I told you this was the play and we came down under that 270, if you got in at under 270, guess what? Ta-da! That reversal is in. It came down. It did exactly what I said it was going to do. Put itself into the exact position I said it was going to be in, and then that was going to be the big reversal, right? Well, score, you made it. But broadly speaking, you see a lot of tokens that are down today, and you're not seeing a lot of pump coming in the meme coins. But of course, by the time this article comes out, we're going to have a nice little reversal, I'm sure. According to the CoinGecko data, the market cap of meme coins currently stands at 22.6, reflecting a decrease of 1.8%. The global cryptocurrency market cap is now at 2.08 trillion. Meme coin underperformance likely stems from the current strength of core cryptocurrencies such as Ethereum, attracting investor attention and capital away from both. Their reliance on social media trends and limited fundamentals further compound this effect. In the past week, major meme coins such as Bonk, Pepe, Shiba fell 14%, 5%, and 2% respectively. In the same period, core cryptocurrencies such as Ethereum increased by over 7%. So, what we're seeing is the major altcoins starting to kind of play themselves out. And I mean, I'm here for it. I mean, that's, the U-Holder chief of markets, Ruslan Lienka, told the block, Lienka sees meme coins as currently being highly illiquid and volatile. He added that large parts of the crypto market are still struggling with poor liquidity. And by the way, it should be added here. This Trump token, liquidity on it, 2%. Well, it's highly volatile, which is why you see these kind of things. Now, they've done a great job of protecting overall. However, like you should just kind of move around. I mean, let's go look at Myro. Liquidity. I think it was 1.67 of a 70 million market cap. Like that's bonkers. That is bonkers. This is under 2%. So you're not really, what they're doing is these people are creating these appearances of massive pumps. But it's not dog with hat. 323 million, only 5.6 million in liquidity. They found a sweet spot where you're like, we moving in, dog, but you're not rich, you're not cashing out, you can't cash out. Everybody can't become a millionaire. In fact, there's $5.6 million in liquidity in that pool right now, off of $323 million worth of people who think they're millionaires. You are not a millionaire in dog with hat, even if you think you are. You know what I mean? That's the nature of this market. And then you see things like this. Just imagine this. At the same time, Volt Inu. Guys, I'm not making this up, right? Volt Inu has more liquidity than almost every one of those 100 and something million dollar market cap projects. We're talking about the hype machine that exists on Myro with 1.5 million liquidity. Volt has twice the liquidity and only 25% of the market cap. Think about that, or a third of the market cap. I mean, just kind of think about, so that's what you're dealing with in these meme coins. But look, if you get in early and you get in at the right spot, then boom, you start to see this wild move, right? And that looks great. But it is what it is. And these are highly illiquid projects with a lot of nervous, you know what I mean? Like a lot of nervous sentiment here. And it doesn't take, you just go down the list here. Pork has 12 million in liquidity to their credit. You know, we should point that out. Pork, like Pepe, 161 million market cap. Again, we just saw Trump with a market cap of the same. Like, watch this. Watch this. You can see this on the screen, and you are not going to believe it. Pork has a 161 million market cap, 12 million in liquidity. Trump has 150 million market cap, only 4 million in liquidity. So, you know, these are, I'm not saying that MAGA is a scam. I'm not saying that at all, but I am saying that it was built on the basis of volatility, and that's kind of how it helps with the hype train. So, you know, when you put a small investment in, it counts way more than if you put your money into Pork or into Pepe or something like that. So that's what's going on. So the meme coin market's starting to feel the pressure of that because people are getting nervous and they want to be able to cash out. So ECB officials, this is the European Central Bank, they said today that Bitcoin's fair value is still zero, despite that the spot ETFs are approved in the United States. So European central bank advisors have doubled down on their criticism of Bitcoin, claiming it has failed as a global decentralized currency. A post from the same ECB advisors in November 22 claimed Bitcoin was on its last gasp before the road to irrelevance. Guys, this is the kind of checked out bullshit that you're getting from the European Central Bank. So on Thursday morning, Ulrich Binseil and Jürgen Schaaf described the U.S. SEC Commission's approval of spot Bitcoin exchange traded funds in January as the naked emperor's new clothes, arguing it doesn't change the fact that Bitcoin, ja, und Bitcoin is not suitable as a means of payment or as an investment. I'm just saying because it's Jürgen Schaaf. Jürgen Schaaf. Yeah, my name is Jürgen Schaaf. So, the ECB post goes on to suggest that for disciples of Bitcoin, and guys, that's you. You're a disciple of Bitcoin, you goddamn disciple. The ETF approvals are seen as confirmation that Bitcoin is safe, and its subsequent price rally is proof of its triumph. It's God damn it, it's wild. God damn it, it's wild. God damn it, it's wild. And bankers say Bitcoin transaction. Yeah, and these transactions are inconvenient. We couldn't be doing it. You know what I mean? Haha. Absolutely wild. Europe, Jesus Christ, fuck you. But Vitalik Buterin floats the idea of an AI-based code audit, and the Ethereum project developers back him up. This is how we get Skynet, right? Like, I'm not making this shit up. This is Vitalik Buterin, he of the giant D Buterin family, is floating the the idea of an AI-based code audit. In 2023, crypto users lost an estimated $2 billion to hacks and scams, with Ethereum experiencing the highest losses due to its extensive ecosystem and high-profile projects. Now, how does this fix all of that, you ask openly? Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin suggested using AI to improve code audits and reduce bugs in blockchain projects. AI-assisted code audits can adapt and learn from new information, making them more effective than current automated tools. Human inspection can be combined with AI systems to create a strong system for detecting vulnerabilities, the developer said. In 2023, crypto users lost an estimated $2 billion to hacks and scams. I did. I didn't lose $2 billion, but you know what I mean. With Ethereum experiencing the highest losses due to its extensive ecosystem and high-profile projects. Now, the AI sector has reemerged as an investment narrative in the past few weeks. So AI, it basically, here's how it can help. AI tools can be trained to recognize and adapt to new information and context, making it more effective at identifying vulnerabilities that may not be covered by static analysis rules. AI tools can be updated with new data sets and patterns, and this adaptability is crucial in the rapidly evolving landscape of smart contract security, where zero-day vulnerabilities can emerge and existing ones can be exploited in novel ways. AI's ability to learn and improve over time, combined with its capacity for deep analysis and pattern recognition, position it as a powerful tool for pushing the limitations of human-assisted audits. Now, wouldn't it be cool if you could just, if Solidity just included an AI smart auditor in its contracts and wouldn't launch something that wasn't secure? I mean, or what if you had a tech company that offered AI security based audits for your launch? I mean, I don't know. But I mean, it seems like we're trying to create some legitimacy in this market, and in trying to do so, um, really, the scammers. I mean, here's the thing: do the scammers? We don't like the scammers, right? But aren't they the guy that are launching the meme coins to begin with? Like, it's it seems a little weird to me that we're attacking the people that are really kind of pumping meme coins. But okay, um, and I don't mean to hedge. Like I don't mean to hedge. We need security, and we need AI, but I don't think we, the people, kind of need it. So I'm going to be interested to see what happens here. Anyway, Ethereum's triangle breakout could push it to new all-time high of 5.2K, says the Kraken OTC. This is a big number. The triangle pattern presents an upside target of 5,200, according to technical analysis by Kraken over the counter. So Ethereum's native token may have found a new path to 5,200 after breaking out of an ascending triangle. Looking at it like this right here, you can see that we had that long forming ascending triangle. So there's your breakout level, and then the test of the new high. The test of the new high results in a breakout to the next level, is basically what they're saying. Ethereum has not dipped below 2141, the key pivot on the weekly and the upper boundary of an ascending triangle formation. The implied target from this formation is approximately 5,200, which would be a new all-time high for Ethereum. So there it is. You've got a prediction, a big bold prediction. Doesn't give a time frame for that. But Ether toyed with the upper boundary of the ascending triangle several times since early December, briefly rallying to a high of 2,700 in early January. Now hovering around 3,000. That's breakout material, by the way. I mean, we're hovering around the top. And let's go look at Bitcoin right now. See if did it dip, or is it? All right, so it looks like the reversal might be in just a little bit. We're getting that doji candle off of this downside move. And so that means we got a couple of wicks here playing out. So if we get a little buy pressure on Bitcoin, then that would be kind of a measure over here that something like this, even though we don't get this real big hammer on the upside momentum, we've got this downward one right here, and then that should lead to upward pressure or something along. This is a big buyback and a big move. We won't get something as big and bold as that. We could, in fact, be seeing something like this play out again. We could see another downward pressure and another downward pressure, getting us back into this 50,500 range. It doesn't seem to be a whole lot of money in that range, so we could see it, but we could also be looking at a nice big reversal. So Grayscale files for privacy ETF with SEC. Zcash is part of the offering. Zcash, you say? Let's go look at what Zcash is doing, because we were covering that not that long ago. Up 10% on the day. We got that news right there. And what happened? Zcash went absolutely out of its mind. It was, by the way, remember, we were messing with it down here a couple of days back, where it was kind of sitting down in this little lower range right here. We were hoping for that break back towards the upside, came all the way down to 1881, and then popped up to 25. And now look at it right now, getting near 30 in the last day. So that breakout and an ETF filing from Grayscale that includes privacy tokens is absolutely phenomenal. Not only would that be the case, but then you would be looking at Monero right here. I'm sure that Monero would be part of this filing, even though we haven't seen that yet. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in, by the way. Helps push me up in the algorithm. Haven't changed any of my holdings, by the way. Going to move them around from exchange to exchange pretty soon. just haven't so far and not yet. So, but we'll be doing that. Also, over the next few days, I'm going to be checking out a new project. It's called Dev E. I think we kind of covered it the other day. Ron Nooner. Nooner means wiener, by the way, just in case anybody didn't know. Uh, the Randy the Wiener, he's covering it because he got in on the pre-sale. But that doesn't have anything to do with the functionality. It looks like a very fast, a very capable, and very adept blockchain. So we're going to be investigating it over the next couple of days to kind of get a feeling of where it is. I reached out to the team to see if I can, if there's any opportunities to fit into their ecosystem as a KOL, and we'll see how it goes. And if it does, then we'll be talking about that quite a bit more in the future. So keep that in mind as we move forward. But privacy tokens on the way. Apple's quantum computing resistant tech can strengthen crypto wallet security, which is going to be a very interesting thing. Apple claims this new technology can resist novel attacks by quantum computers by creating new keys when old ones are compromised. Very interesting how that's playing out. This unlock cross-chain possibilities with effortless. Oh my God, I can't even say effortless today. Bridging in MetaMask portfolio. So interesting stuff here from Apple on their quantum onslaught, if you will. Solana price consolidates above $100. Is the next move up or down? 150 seems to be the next move. SOL closed above the long-term fib retracement resistance level of 100. It did not reach its 2023 high of 126. Rather, it created a slightly lower high. But the weekly RSI gives a mixed reading. By the way, we're all kind of looking at all these things, and we're like, everything really looked on the poise of that breakout. Everything looked like it was about to get a giant move. It was, we're all in this little space right here where it was getting ready to move, and then we just died like on the vine, and then everything became about Bitcoin, if you will. And that, of course, is where the big Bitcoin move came from, by the way. That's when all of this happened right here. Like we were feeling it over here, looking at Solana in the same time frame. Like we were all kind of feeling it, right? And then boom, Bitcoin just took over while the rest of the market, including like Solana, sort of broke back down. And then Bitcoin just continued to rip. And look, that's what's going to happen. That's the way this happens. At 50,000, I really thought that we were going to get a meme coin season. Like I at 50,000, I was betting on a meme coin season. But here's the thing: the fight became so intense at 50,000. I know that's not an excuse, by the way, for me being wrong about it, because I was wrong about it. But I really thought at 50,000 that we would start to see like a really nice pump. But 50,000 came right here in, from February 14 on, basically Valentine's Day. So what happened at Valentine's Day, February 14? Ethereum still ripping. But as you start to move down, Avalanche did not rip. Cardano did not rip. Leash had a big pump, but did not rip. Shib did not rip. Nothing really. Aave not going up. Arbitrum not doing anything. Everything just really kind of died down on that vine, if you will. Cosmos also, dipping from February 14 to now. We're down. However, we're way up on Bitcoin. So, what really happened? The only one that had a breakout, by the way, was BNB broadly in this. And I want to say RLC. I think RLC had a nice little breakout. Rio, maybe you can call that a continued breakout, but Rune came down. Everything really that we had been seeing have big pumps started to wane just a little bit as capital started to move around from place to place. Render, by the way, I should have pointed out, Render is just having an absolute banger of a time. In fact, remember I think we bought $50 in Render in our spot wallet. Let's go check that out to see where we are. We're at 1,063. I don't know what I'm up, by the way, because I bought a bunch more API 3. So I don't know exactly where we are, but Render, we bought $50 worth of Render and we're at $87, which is ahead of Caspa. We bought $50 worth of Caspa and that's at 84. So Volt, we bought 50, it's at 61. Avalanche 50, we're at 60. The only thing that we're down on is Bone. The only thing that has not run is bone so far. So, and I do think, by the way, what we're seeing with Render right now, that big sort of move right now, is getting ready to happen with API 3. Like, I think that API 3 becomes that next big thing, and I have exactly 100 of these API tokens. It's not a lot, by the way. So if it does what I said, which is like 100x, that's only like 30 grand. So it's not like it's not like it's a lot of money, but I thought that it was going to be one of those. So, but anyway, so Solana with a 40% increase in the next resistance at 145 could transpire despite the bullish price prediction. A breakdown from the triangle will mean the local top is in. Now, and this is the person that's just kind of setting themselves up to say that, well, I don't know exactly what's going to happen. It could go up, it could go down, which is what we're all doing every day, by the way, me included. Um, I would like to say that Solana is going to be testing that 145, 150 pretty soon, but I don't know. Also, this top 50 backed altcoin, this is altcoin Sherpa, who says that he thinks that Filecoin is going to explode 100% in the next bunch of days. And if we come over here and we look at, God damn it, I took Filecoin down. I just had it up here. I don't know why I didn't save it, because I'm an idiot, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, Filecoin started to take out right there. You can see that one had a nice little move. Didn't retrace like the rest of these. So there is a broader sort of something at work right now. But Altcoin Sherpa says that followers on the social network, this is a file storage platform, by the way, could increase more than 125% from its current value within months. This doubles in the next few months, in my opinion. And he's coming at you with a $7 prediction here, saying that he thinks it's going to come up here into this $15, $16 range. Let's go look at what that looks like on this chart over here, and zoom out just a bit here and see where he's talking about. And okay, what he's talking about right here is, let's throw a ray up there and boom. So we're talking about 1683 is what he's really talking about. And what he sees is that represents the resistance area where Filecoin would likely run up to in the next little short-term area. Ryo's here. Thank you for the $5 bomb. Kleekai Gaming at 1 million. All-time high 188 million. Miladies and Volt, second biggest holdings. ETH, Denkun, and ETH ETFs. Super bullish of these meme coins, ready to run again. And you know what? In fact, if you look, that's actually been the narrative that's driving down meme coins and gaming coins and everything, has been the Ethereum hot price. It's better for you right now to hold on to your Ethereum than it is for you to buy anything, because I mean, look at what Ethereum is doing. And thank you for the $5, by the way. Ethereum is just kind of holding itself way up here at a high that it hasn't seen in a long time. And that generally means, and this is the day time frame right here. So you're seeing the real potential here for a massive breakout, a really massive breakout of Ethereum coming very, very soon. So, you know what I mean? Like it's a shame, because we're starting to get some real big buys coming in all of a sudden. U.S. market must be open for business. Yeah, U.S. market's open for business because Dow Jones is up 260 points and it is soaring, and the Bitcoin market. So we must have gotten it. Must be the Nvidia news. People are looks like going nuts maybe in the U.S. market now that it just opened. So we could be seeing a nice big rally happening today. I want to say, not when I say that, it underscores the fact that we're already rallying. So, it may not be exactly like that. Scottish Crypto says could be something brewing with Volt and Tangem. Yeah, I think Volt has another game coming out. And by the way, for those of you who are Volted, it would help you if you reach out to Voltoshi and said, hey, you should do what Bleaves just recommended you do, because he'll know. It's in his email. But yeah, you should reach out to Voltoshi and say, hey, you should do what Bleav said. And so we'll see what happens there. But broadly speaking, I think Solana, Filecoin, all these things, I think they're about ready to rip. I really do. Total value locked, by the way, if you look at it right now, 24-hour volume, Ethereum is still the king right here. Ethereum is blowing up, 1.77 billion. Solana, 711, BSC, 656, Arbitrum, Polygon, Thorchain. Thorchain had a monster day yesterday. Usually when you have something like that, it should throw up a big run, I would think. So we'll see what happens there. Optimism, which is another one of the layer twos, 91 million. ZKC. I mean, guys, if you look here, it is a fantastic day for Ethereum overall. There's a lot of people, a lot of people doing a lot of stuff on Ethereum over the last couple of days. And as you just continue to move down here and you're seeing them all kind of just play out. You've got injective, um, um, base, not they're layer two, but not necessarily. By the way, I'm looking for injective to really start to rip at some point soon. But you never know. Going down here though, um, this is all about layer two right now. Ethereum layer two happening big time. So also massive Bitcoin price prediction by Pantera, but Bitcoin maxis won't like it. Pantera identified the current phase and the onset of the fourth major cycle, predicting a potential strong uptrend in crypto spanning 18 to 24 months. In his latest investor note, Pantera stated it is a significant opportunity for Bitcoin, estimating its potential value at $500 billion. The hedge fund projected that its decentralized Bitcoin reaches proportions similar to Ethereum's. Total value of DeFi applications could reach 225 billion, constituting 25% of Bitcoin's market cap. This estimate ranges from 72 billion to 450 billion, assuming no change in Bitcoin's current market cap. Furthermore, Pantera suggested that the leading DeFi application on Bitcoin could eventually reach a valuation of 20 billion, compromising 2.2% of Bitcoin's value. Despite Bitcoin's near return to $1 trillion status, Pantera asserts that a significant $500 billion opportunity remains untapped. Bitcoin's age of neglect may finally be coming to an end in the post-ETF era. Wall Street is finally realizing the obvious that Bitcoin is an asset. The next era will be about Bitcoin as technology and the reignited excitement to build for Bitcoin. So what they're really saying is, how do we turn Bitcoin into something more so that obviously you can, because it was 100,000 satoshis. Satoshis become your capital, right? So, and if that's the case, then what you're going to see is different ways and different blockchains and different lightning type networks to, kind of change things around. It kind of changed things around. Um, who's a good band? By the way, for those of you that don't know, and for those of you who are, I don't know if you're excited like me. Speaking of which, I'm like super excited. Like and like it is stupid, 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 stupid. But like I almost had a tear in my eye yesterday when this happened over here. By the way, if you don't think that I am killing it with memes, then you are not paying attention. If you don't think that I am killing it with memes, you are not paying attention. You are not prepared. Um, if you don't think I'm killing it with memes, you are not paying attention at all. But here it is right here. This was not Chicago Bears related. This was not crypto related. This was just believes related here. And the answer to that is Slayer has returned. As I get goosebumps, as a matter of fact, just saying it out loud. Slayer will be live at Riot Fest in September, and a couple days later, they will be live at Louder Than Life in Louisville, Kentucky. And I'll tell you right now, I'm going to both of them because Slayer, just one of my all-time favorites. I went to their final concert here in Chicago. Was feeling like absolutely feeling it. And it was like an emotional because you're never going to see your favorite band again. You know what I mean? Like this is the end. And in music, it's never really the end. But Tom Araya, who is the lead singer for Slayer and the bass player, he really said, look, I'm done. Like I don't want to do this shit anymore. And with that, that was really kind of the end of Slayer. And he's agreed to come back, and they're going to do 2 shows. So must have been a lot of money that was offered to entice him to return. And for those of you that don't know, he and Kerry King, that's this guy right here, and this guy right here, they're not even on speaking terms at this point. So the fact that they're getting together for this concert, it's unbelievable to me. Anyway, so Bitcoin going into DeFi, going to be really crazy to see how this plays out. Ethereum, Doji candle right now. We'll see what direction that goes into. Bitcoin, let's look at the 1 hour chart because you started to see a little bit of motion here. We were looking at, it was up 400. By the way, Dow Jones was up 450 points just a few minutes ago. Now 234. So we're getting a wild day starting to happen right here. Look at this. You got this big doji candle. Look at the gap that just happened on the opening of the Dow Jones because of that. And it looks like it's pumping, by the way. It looks like the broader markets are all sort of pumping. And look at that. We've got a perfect doji right now, which means this would signify, I think, a fairly nice reversal getting ready to happen. We got 20 minutes left to see how that candle closes. But it could be just a nice big move towards the upside. People starting to feel momentum. Also, I mean, same thing for Ethereum. People starting to feel momentum. A few hours ago, Ethereum was at 3,035. Like it's just gotta. Dude, I will be there for Louder Than Life this year. Slayer. I'm not a fan of Sunday's corn. I think corn was going to be on Sunday. Not a big fan of that. But Slayer is on, I think it was Friday. And this is for Vince. Slayer is on Friday, but also Whitechapel and Lorna Shore is on Friday, and that's my jam right there. So I'll be able to see Whitechapel. I'll be able to see Slayer on the same ticket. Like, hoo hoo hoo! Oh, good God! Matter of fact, Louisville has the Louder Than Life Festival, and it's Louisville, so I never really gave much credence to it. You know what I mean? Like I just, sometimes you're going to see a good band or something like that. But here on Thursday, you've got Slipknot, you've got The Offspring. I'd like The Offspring. You've got Seether, that's gay. You got Five Finger Death Punch. I mean, that's butt rock, but I mean, still, I like. They're very good at creating like anthem type music, and I'm cool with anthem type music. You got Sum 41, Marky Ramone, Finger 11. Haven't seen them before. I actually they had a song they had like two popular songs way back in the day, and then Veil of Maya. Veil of Maya would be a nice one to go see. But then the next night you've got Slayer. You got Anthrax, nothing more. Blackstone Cherry. Blackstone Cherry, by the way, that's they're hard rock. They're a metal band, but they're from Kentucky. And if you who's that band that does that? You make me want to roll my windows down and cruise. Florida Georgia Line. Florida Georgia Line had a song called Stay. Blackstone Cherry actually wrote the song Stay, and it's on their CD, and it's actually a better version than what the Florida Georgia Line did. It's more of a rockish sort of version, and just unbelievably good. Then you have Non-Point Alien Weaponry, Clutch. Look, there's a lot of popular bands here, but I'm not into a lot of these popular. Fuck these bands, you know what I mean? You got Lorna Shore. You got Fugitive. You got Whitechapel. You got Lit. Getting lit. And then you've got this is the day that I would want to go. But then on Saturday you've got Motley Crue, Dropkick Murphys, Seven Dust. You've got Disturbed. You've got, and I know some of you like some of these bands like Chevelle and Skillet, but fuck you guys. That's gross. POD. I like POD back in the 90s. Mastodon. Troy Sanders. I love Mastodon. I like Mastodon. I guess I should say that. I really like some of the other projects that he's in a lot more. Il Nino, that's a good one right there. Low Lives, I really like Low Lives. And then on Sunday, you've got Korn, you got Breaking Benjamin, and look, these are very popular bands. Gojira. I went to see. When God damn it, when Slayer was on tour on their final tour. That final tour was Behemoth, Gojira, Lamb of God, and Slayer. And Gojira is just fantastic. Like they are unbelievable live. So I would definitely go see Gojira again. But you also have Stain down here for those of you that say shit like MAGA and it was stolen. And because that guy's out of his goddamn mind. Judas Priest, that would be interesting to see. Ginger is some serious metal. New Year's Day is some serious metal. Biohazard. I haven't seen Biohazard since, I mean, Jesus Christ, really touring with Limp Bizkit. As a matter of fact, wasn't Limp Bizkit on here? No, they're not on here. They're at Riot Fest a couple days later. But Biohazard, Limp Bizkit. Could you imagine that? Then you got like Sponge and you got Red. Red, by the way, I saw Red. They opened for the Villbillies a bunch of years ago. So seeing Red one more time wouldn't be bad. They actually have some pretty popular songs. So yeah, going to Louder Than Life, going to be fantastic. Anyway, look at the buys coming in right now. It looks like the market is starting to pump. We're starting to see that reversal. Dow Jones up in the green. NASDAQ is crushing right now. It's got to be that NVIDIA stuff. Limp Bizkit was there last year. Brian, I saw, so I have a friends who are in a band called the Villbillies, and Red opened for the Villbillies in Louisville a bunch of years ago. And it was a really great concert, by the way. So it looks like we're starting to get that buy sentiment. We're starting to get that buy pressure. People are looking, especially NVIDIA. When you look at tech stocks and stuff like that, then that's what's going to happen. But broadly speaking, Trump did exactly what we said it was going to do. There it is. It's having that, and I hope you got in. I mean, I hope you got in because look, this is 148 million market cap. It's going to be $1 billion market cap. Now, just so you guys know, I mean, full disclosure here. I don't like Donald Trump, but I'm voting for Donald Trump because Donald Trump represents the opportunity for cryptocurrency and mass adoption. And the Democrats are doing everything they can to stifle that sort of innovation. And look, I'm not saying that I'm like, oh, it's gotta have lots and lots and lots of innovation. Look, I just want to make a bunch of money and retire, never work again. You know what I mean? Or at least make crypto content and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like I think that the best opportunity for me is through voting for Donald Trump at this point. Now, if Joe Biden comes out and says, "Hey, I changed my mind. Like fuck Liz Warren. I want to go. We want to go crypto, YOLO." Then maybe that would change my opinion. I don't know if it will or not because I don't trust him. You know what I mean? Not that I wouldn't trust him for anything else, but for that purpose, like, oh, you shady, Joe, you shady. You know what I mean? So I don't think there's any chance right there that I have that something like that's going to happen. So. But broadly, I think that really covers it. So let's pay some bills, and then I gotta get ready for the Chicago show. So yeah, you guys have a good day, and we'll talk to you soon. We have a giant update from Cryptonomy.finance, guys. Brand new website. Solana. I'm gonna earn 26 Solana for this move right here. About $2,600, $2,600 for my tether over here. The XRP 2,313. Again, these do not unlock for a long period of time. I'm not going to unlock until November, but I'm going to have 0.99, one extra Ethereum. Don't know how much it's going to be worth at that time. You never know. Worth nothing, might be worth a lot. 0.08 Bitcoin I'll have available at that point. 0.037 Bitcoin over here, and then 0.012 Bit. This launch pool. Now I'm locked in until November of 2024. You can see that my accrued interest so far, 57,281.92. Now you might be asking yourself, like, how are you earning this, Blazes? Because I signed up to Cryptonomy.finance. I just put the money in. I gave myself a shot, gave it an opportunity. In the bull run, that's where the money gets made. So I'm gonna let.
I can read a chart like Superman. And I've got a show that has a lot of fans. I'm streaming every day and almost every night. And I bought some Bitcoin to see the light. They call me Bleeves. I'll do any chart you want to. They call me Bleeves. They call me Bleeves. I'll break a crypto wallet down for you. I built a crypto channel with a YouTube stream and all of the YouTube shillers. I'm in a dream, but I stay up late to give my views. And I stay up late just to give you guys the news. Yeah, they call me Bleed. I'll do any chart you want me to. They call me Bleed. I'll break a crypto wallet down.